Hey guys, what's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Good evening. I think it's like the first time I want to greet you guys, right? Then good evening. How you guys doing? Welcome to Ghost Life News. For the day, this is the last one coming through to you to give you guys update as it concerns Afrobeat in general. My name is Daki, and this is me saying, join me on this journey as we go through all of what has happened in the course of the day in the Afrobeat space. We begin with no other person than Burna Boy. We saw Burna Boy at the time on the Snapchat where he said everybody wants your sport until they see the work it takes to be in that position. So you want to be Burna Boy, but then he say he put in a lot of work to be who Burna Boy is, and for some reasons people will tag this to be someone because Burna Boy is that person who has that controversial stuff. Whenever he posts, it could be controversial. Whenever he says something, it also could be controversial. So the question is, who is he referring to with these posts? Moving on, we saw Burna Boy sitting on top of the world, debuted at number 80 on this week Billboard Hot 100, and I told them become the first Nigerian album in history of mankind to chart two songs on the Billboard Hot 100 Taliban, and obviously sitting on top of the world. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy album experience. For the I told them Burna Boy is going to be in Leicester today to sign those who are going to get the project and obviously have like a meet and greet with his fans at Leicester. An amazing for Burna Boy. In case you're in the UK and you want to see Burna Boy, it's giving you a time between the hours of 3 p.m. and 11 p.m. About 8 hours. Burna Boy is going to be with his fans for 8 hours to have to sign their whatever they've bought from Burna Boy magazines, album. He wants to sign it and obviously have a meet and greet session with his fans in the UK. Moving on, we saw the crowd at the time where this was released, numbers in their hundreds were outside to clean up to make sure they get access to the space where Burna Boy is going to be having a meet and greet session and obviously signing on their purchase. So whether it is the album or the magazine, we saw fans queuing up outside to make sure they get a feel of what Burna Boy is and what he represents. Moving on also for the Billboard, Burna Boy on Billboard World Digital Song Sales Chart this week. He has about 6 songs on the chart. We have Sitting on Top of the World as number 5, Jerusalem as number 7 with Master KGSA, and then the non-Sibo Zico De Boys. Amazing one. We have City Boys as number 10. We have Taliban as number 11 with Byron Messias. We have Big 7 as 13. And then we have Last Legendary as number 15. At the same time, Burna Boy, I told them, chart 14 song on the Billboard US Afrobeat chart. We have about 14 songs for Burna Boy on the chart. Number one is Rema, obviously, with Calm Down. Number 2 is City Boys with Burna Boy. Number 4, Taliban. Number 5, Sitting on Top of the World. Number 7, Cheat on Me. Number 8, Big 7. Number 11, Thanks. Number 12, Giza. Number 14, Normal. Number 16, Tested, Approved and Trusted. Number 17, On Form. Number 19, They Play. 21, which I told them. 24, If I'm Lying, and 30 with Virgil. About 14 songs currently charting on the Afrobeat chart. Massive one, and congrats to Burna Boy on that one. Finally, maybe a song can finally shift Rema away from the number one position. He has been there for a year plus. Will Burna Boy make a U-turn on that? Let's see what the coming days look like for Burna Boy. Moving on, I told them 15 surpassed Burna Boy to become the Nigerian album with the most official album chart entries. I told them as about 15, and Burna Boy has 12 songs on that one, an amazing one. Just so you know, it has charted in about so many countries, and I told them it's just beginning to start because Burna Boy is set to promote. He just said to promote the first song, and then when that starts, you can tell that the numbers will start increasing, moving on from the point of promotion. Moving on, Burna Boy Love Damini album re-enters the Billboard World Album Chart this week at number 15, and this is the second time Burna Boy will simultaneously chart two albums on the World Album Chart. First in 2020 with African Giant and Twice as Tall, and this time with Love Damini and I Told Them. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy City Boys on Spotify Daily Top Song Chart. We have currently number 1 in Nigeria, number 13 in Netherlands, 28 Switzerland, 35 Luxembourg, 63 Sweden, 73 UK, 78 Belgium, 86 France, 126 Denmark, 155 UAE, and then 180 in Norway. At the same time, Burna Boy is now the 9th most liked artist on Pandora for the week of August 26th. Amazing one for that one. Burna Boy is at the moment now the 9th most liked artist on Pandora Moving on, we have Fireboy as the next guy on the news. Just so you know, Pandora is only in the US. Moving on, we saw Fireboy coming out to say how we want to drop an heartbreak album, and then he said in his words he would love to be heartbroken so that he can create the heartbreak album properly. And obviously, it's just send a signal to all the girls out there that if you want to break his heart, this is the best time to do so. Moving on, we saw where he came and speak about Olamide, and then he had this to say where he said Olamide is someone who allows him to do his thing, no restriction, no caution, just do your thingy, and because he trusts him and he expects that he knows the game, he knows what he's doing, and Olamide gives him a free hand. So if he says I want to do this, Olamide is saying okay, fine, go and do it. And then he said he is eternally grateful for that privilege from Olamide. Moving on, we saw where he said he wouldn't call himself an Afrobeat artist, and then he said that because he doesn't like to be caged up somewhere. He can do the R&B, he can do hip hop, he can do soul, he can do this, he can do that. But then tagging him R&B, Afrobeat artist, he says no because he doesn't think he's an Afrobeat artist at the time. Moving on, just so you know, Fireboy just amassed a total of about 52.2 million plus stream on Pandora. Like I said, Pandora is only available in the US. At the same time, Yawa just surpassed 10 million stream on Spotify. And then big news on this one, we saw Mayako at the point early in the year where he dropped the single. At the time, he dropped that one with For Daddy, and it was an amazing one, trust me. A lot of person loved the song when it dropped at the time. And recently, we've seen him and Mayoko, him and Fireboy in the studio having one and two, and people are thinking, what are these guys cooking? It has been announced that there is a remix for Daddy, and then on that one, he has put Fireboy on the remix, and we all can't wait to see what he has done on that one. Fireboy, he has been on the spree of remixes. Odumode has received from him, Check has received from him, and this time Mayoko is set to get one from Fireboy. An amazing one, and we can't wait to see what they have created together for the remix of the hit song For Daddy. Moving on, we have Asake as the next guy on the news. We saw on the 18th, on the 8th of this month, that's about this weekend, Asake is going to be storming the Barclays Center with the Walkabout tour at about 19,000 capacity. He's going to be there to bring his expertise on stage and make these guys witness why he is called Mr. Money with the Vibe. And for the UK, we saw where he sold out the 20,000 capacity, and now he's in the US to sell out the 19,000 capacity. As we speak, it is already a sold out show. Moving on, we saw where he came out to speak on the Billboard News, and then each of the moment was when he said he would only do a feature with you if he likes you. So if he doesn't like you, you just might not get a feature from Asake. And then he said he would also love to work with Kanye West. That has been his dream, and hopefully one of these days he gets to work with Kanye West. Moving on, we saw Work of Art move to 14 on this week Billboard World Album Chart. It peaked at 4 and I've now spent 10 weeks on the charts. Moving on, we saw the Johnson record new artist called Godzilla, amazing guy at the time. He was introduced with the mask, with the fox mask or gorilla kind of looking like mask at the time. And then fans were really curious to see what was behind the mask. Because the Johnson has, they have history on how they sign the artists. For Rema, it came with a teddy bear at the time. For Ruga, it came with a one eye patch thingy. And then for Godzilla, it came totally covered up his face. Maybe the next artist will just be totally marked up, whenever I can tell. But then we saw Godzilla coming out the earliest of the day, came out with a snippet of a new song, and then he is saying 10,000 comments, we're going to drop the song. At the time, so many thoughts are on the song, and people asking questions, is it going to be a good song or a bad song? The song is this, is that. But I will just say this, let the song drop first, then we can now tell whether it's a good song or a bad song. Remember, Jonesy never signs work artists. Rema is good, Ruga is good, Godzilla has to be good. Moving on, we saw Big Dara on Twitter come out with an agenda, so to say, more like a conspiracy theory. And then she came out to say, Runtown dropped an album. The Nigerian music industry kept quiet and did not support Runtown. At the same time, Techno dropped an album. The Nigerian music industry kept quiet and did not support Techno. Now, Ruga dropped an album. His colleagues, that's the new generation, didn't support him. Lol, laugh out loud. The game is the game. So more like saying in this zone, nobody supports anybody. But at the same time, we've seen Oxlade showing support to Ruga and Techno. And Techno. We've seen Rema showing support to Ruga. We've seen a lot of artists come out to show support to this guy. So what is he or she talking about? Maybe from our perspective or his perspective, he might have a point. But then till we see that point, it remains like this. Lastly, we saw Portable coming out to say he is bigger than the Eddies. He had it in a song And then where he sang the song, in his words, he said, he is bigger than the Eddies. And then Tupac, as big as Tupac, Tupac never won the Grammy. So if he doesn't win the Eddies, he is fine about it because he is bigger, better, stronger than the Eddies. And then his reference point is the fact that Tupac, as big as he is, never got a Grammy. Now, this is coming after a lot of fans dragged him saying he should have been there, but then his attitude has deprived him that privilege. And then he responded by singing where he said, I am bigger than the Eddies. The big question is this: is Portable bigger than the Eddies? Let me see your thoughts in the comment section, and trust me, I will read them and say hi to them. I love you guys so much. Please and please take care of yourself.